true. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I've been and am. But why will you say that I am mad? The disease has sharpened my senses, not destroyed them, not dulled them. Above all was my sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken and observe how healthily and how calmly I can tell you the whole story.
The telltale heart.
It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. How goes it, Hugo? Very well, Mr. Barrymore. How was your supper?
Excellent, Hugo. You are a marvelous cook, but you spoil me with such hearty meals. Please, help yourself to the leftovers.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I must retire. Get some rest, Hugo. You look exhausted. Something wrong, Hugo?
No, sir. Good night, sir. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. He had the eye of a vulture, a pale blue eye with the film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. You fancy me mad? Madmen know nothing, but you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded. I moved slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. Would a madman have been so wise as this? This I did for 7 long nights, every night, just at midnight. But I found the eye always closed, so it was impossible to do the work. For it was not the old man who vexed me, but it was his evil eye. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. A watch's minute hand moves more quickly than did mine. Never before that night had I felt the extent of my own powers. I could scarcely contain my feelings of triumph. To think that there I was, opening the door, little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret thoughts or deeds. Ha ha!
Who's there? It is only the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor. It is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp.
His eye was open, wide open! His eye would trouble me no more. If still you think me mad, you will think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned. I worked hastily but in silence. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head, then the arms, then the legs. I took up 3 planks from the flooring of the chamber and deposited all beneath the floor. I then replaced the boards so cleverly, so cunningly, that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. There was nothing to wash out, no stain of any kind, no blood spot, whatever. I had been too weary for that. The tub had caught it all. Ha ha!
Can I have your name?
Hugo Hastings.
Mr. Hastings, may I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Officer Trench. Is anything the matter?
Your neighbor heard a shriek last night. He suspected foul play, so he lodged a complaint with the police.
Ha! I see indeed. How amusing.
Amusing? I'm not sure how this is funny, Mr. Hastings.
The shriek, officers, was my own. I had a dreadful nightmare and awoke with quite a fright.
I see. Do you live alone, Mr. Hastings?
Yes, I do.
That's strange, because your neighbor reported an old man lived here. I can't imagine he meant you.
Of course, I meant at the moment. My master, Mr. Barrymore, is away presently visiting relatives in the country.
Well, Mr. Hastings, you surely understand there must no such premises.
Of course, feel free to search the house. I have nothing to hide.
What are you doing?
Officers, sit. Relax. The life of the servant of the law must be tedious indeed. Take a rest from your fatigue. How about this weather? Fog so thick no one can see through it. Not even the trained eye of a police officer.
And cold. Policing those streets day and night chills the bones.
Speaking of, it's cold agitates my mother-in-law's knees. She'll not stop complaining.
She's still staying with you? I thought she was to return home.
She's mistaken. I think she plans to never leave.
There is no world in which I could live with my mother-in-law. Just a night with her boils my blood.
I could barely sleep. She looked at all hours of the night, creaking around the house.
Mr. Hastings, what was your dream about? Mr. Hastings?
Huh? Yes?
What was the nightmare about that frightened you? Never mind. What does your wife think about all this?
Oh, she loves it. Since it makes her feel like a child again. So I just have to pretend to grin and bear it.
No!